Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And today, I want to talk a little bit deeper about Gary Gensler and why he's so quote-unquote important to XRP, and also talk a little bit more about the price, the justification of this drop, what is happening, what we're expecting. All of that is coming. So make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and my question of today is, what coin should we talk about next? Put it down below in the comment section. All right, so Gary Gensler takes over at the SEC, and it could determine the future of XRP. It's a really interesting title. It's got you hooked, and it does really pop up the really important question. Could it determine the future of XRP? Well, it could. That's the easiest way to say it. It could. Why? Well, Gary Gensler now is part of the SEC. He's been confirmed yesterday. We talked about it in the live stream, and it was pretty interesting because it was kind of a waiting game. We didn't know for sure if it's going to be now or a couple of weeks or if he even was going to get confirmed, but he did. And the way I'm seeing it right now is he's going to be the interim chairman of the SEC until the 5th of June, because I believe that's when the term basically finishes and they're going to choose somebody new. Maybe him again, maybe just somebody completely new. That I do not know. But he's going to be there for a little while right now. And Gary Gensler is very known for having done some speeches and being on, what is it now, MIT, I believe? No, I'm not exactly sure which university it is anymore, but basically talking about blockchain and technology. We all know he's very knowledgeable, and we do think that because the whole situation right now with Coinbase and whatnot was going on, and really stock crypto, that whole bond getting a little bit weaker, and the security question popping up like crazy, and the SEC's biggest lawsuit in a very long while with Ripple right now, that it's going to be one of his priorities to fix that because he is knowledgeable in that field. And some people have estimated that or speculated that Gary is mostly just going to fix the corruption within the SEC. Some others have speculated he's going to put up some proper framework for cryptocurrencies, or at least propose one, something like that. Some others have said he'll drop the case against Ripple because he wants to, arrange a framework first before actually going through something like that. There's just been a ton of different speculation, and all we can say as of this point is he knows his crypto. He has said some dubious things about XRP in the past, but again, as a SEC member, I don't really know what type of influence you can really have, because the SEC does state in their lawsuit that every individual member's opinions on matters doesn't actually matter for a verdict. It's just their opinion, and that's what they're going to pursue. But in the end, what they really think about it personally has no influence as to whether something should be classified as a security, which partially is logical because you would say it's the law, right? That's what should determine it. Partially is really illogical because that's the commission basically that should decide it. So the opinions of all those members, I would say, kind of does matter, right? Because, well, if they think it's really a security, then you guys get that, I think. Or if they really think it's not a security and all of a sudden it is, that's pretty odd, because they have to make they would have to make kind of the decision, you would think, right, to sue somebody for those things. Well, so Gary Gensler now been confirmed. It might be really positive because, well, if he's going to fix crypto, that might help out XRP. That might help out Ripple's cause, because they're going to get a level playing field. If he thinks XRP is actually a security, that still might help because it will still bring up proper regulations for crypto. So in the end, it's a win-win type of situation. If he really thinks it's security, even then, he's not going to be able to add anything. He's not going to be able to add any fire to this lawsuit anyway, because the SEC, the way it's looking like right now, are going to lose. And whatever he's going to do, he can only lighten it up. He can never make it worse. It's almost impossible, in my opinion. So once more, you should see this as a bullish thing, just a positive thing, because maybe at least he's going to put up some of these really dubious things that Jay Clayton and Hinman have done in the past. Maybe. We're just going to see. Let's just wait it out, guys, and let's just be excited because, well, it's, I guess, something fresh, right? And he finally knows something about crypto. Finally, one of those guys. Then, having said that, make sure you check out freaking Patreon. A link is down below. You don't have to, but it's basically if you want, whenever I'm buying a coin, I just got some guides in there, some other cool stuff. You can just check it out. A link is down below. And also, this is the platform that I'm trading on right now. Let me quickly go to trade. Yeah, and if you want to trade XRP or stuff like that, it's all freaking on there. If you're trading, by the way, you're actually making profit in freaking XRP. So this is if you want to kind of bet where the price is going to be going, right? It's not literal betting, it's trading, but you guys get the picture, right? So, for example, if you think now the price is going to go back down, you put a short position in, and boom, you can literally make profit on your way down. And you can, of course, leverage that. There is no KYC. And if you're in the US, just use a VPN. A link is down below for that one too. If you're in the UK, just use a VPN. Link is down below too. It's freaking simple. It's the best platform as of this point. It's got Dusty BC's freaking approval, right? I don't say that very often. Then, talking about the price itself, what is happening? Well, VeChain is still breaking out, still going completely crazy. Bitcoin had a little bit of a correction, is now picking back up the pace. And I would say that that is actually why some altcoins are not going completely crazy right now, like the last couple of minutes, hours-ish. A lot of these coins aren't. Mostly because they've already risen quite a lot, and it's maybe just, again, maybe cooling down a little bit because Bitcoin is picking back up. Normally, in times of like this, the whole market goes down, and then in times like this, a couple of altcoins will go up, a couple of altcoins will go down. It's basically just depending on the whole movement, right? I mean, if Bitcoin really loses a lot of a lot of market cap, Bitcoin's enthusiasm really goes down, yeah, then almost all alts will fall down too. However, if Bitcoin starts to pick back up, it's sometimes for some altcoins that they can also pick back up because they dump too much. And for some altcoins, they will actually keep going down for a little while because, well, Bitcoin is right now the main coin that people are putting their money into. VeChain is not seeing that problem at all. XRP saw a little bit of that problem, but in the end, guys, I don't think it's going to be too sad of a thing. A lot of people are saying that this is all connected to Coinbase, which we just saw. Can I get it back? There we go. A lot of people are saying that this is all due to Coinbase here in the IPO. For example, we had one article on it, I believe. Maybe it's this one? Yeah. Billionaire Mike Novogratz says crypto face a washout after the Coinbase listing frenzy. Mike Novogratz said crypto were likely to see a washout in the short term. The billionaire investor predicted it would be a volatile week after Coinbase's direct listing, yet he remains bullish, seeing Bitcoin at $100,000 by the end of the year, which I would also agree with. Once more, if you're talking about XRP, if it's just following Bitcoin's trajectory, basically, already, if we were to look at how much Bitcoin has gained and how much XRP has done, XRP still has to go a couple dollars, upwards in terms of percentages. But if you really expect Bitcoin to hit $100,000, for example, let's say it's about a 50% gain. Well, I mean, if you put that onto XRP as well, from 3 times all-time high already, because that's, again, 5 times all-time high, basically. You know where XRP is headed, right? You know where XRP is headed then. These types of areas, really freaking far away. But all right. Ripple price analysis. I despise people who put Ripple price analysis. If you're doing Ripple XRP, it is mostly just because a lot of people don't know the difference. But only Ripple? I don't like that. Ripple price analysis, bulls take a breather after XRP touched $2. But maybe then again, they're talking about Ripple's company price now. I don't know, but it's interesting. XRP might be down 9% over the past 24 hours, but the coin is still up by a whopping 87% over the past week. Against Bitcoin, XRP had spiked above 3,000 Satoshi yesterday, but has dropped slightly to 2,743 Satoshi. So hopefully you guys are all aware of my buying strategy, exactly how I go about these things. It works like a freaking charm right now, making a ton of profit every single day. It's looking juicy. And that is because, well, we generally expect the price to keep moving up higher and higher and higher. Right now, I would say we're still within a neutral territory here. We haven't really moved too much going up until the 19th, where we once more got a really important lawsuit date for XRP. And since I do believe that that date will be positive, I do think there's a high probability of the price actually going upwards, still within the next couple of days. But if Bitcoin corrects hard, well, you'll see it happen in altcoins. And if Bitcoin keeps breaking higher and higher and higher, that might also hurt altcoins a little bit. It's going to depend on how quick the Bitcoin move is going to be and what type of corrections are actually following suit with that one. You're seeing here Bitcoin corrected by about 5% or so, and then XRP corrected by about, you can see it, 20%. But that's also because, of course, these alts are gaining a lot more than Bitcoin right now. So yeah, it's a pretty funny situation though. I mean, Bitcoin is really breaking through, hitting freaking $65,000. Who would have thought? XRP still at about $2. What they hit, right? 190. See quickly at the top here, 197.4 on Binance that it hit. It's still freaking ridiculously crazy. I'm seeing such a positive future for this in my head, though. Yes, there's a lot of volatility. I believe most of it is due to the whole Coinbase debacle, where Bitcoin and everything kind of skyrocketed up front or first because everybody was happy with the Coinbase ordeal. Since Coinbase kind of dropped really quickly, got a lot of controversy in that, I think the price of crypto also dropped a little bit more. But again, that's just my thoughts about the situation. We, in the end of things, don't really know for sure. Look at that, for example. Bitcoin actually fell down, and a little bit later, Coinbase actually went live. So maybe it has to do with the Coinbase pre-trading, something like that. It's really hard to say, but it's an interesting situation. Then I just saw this. I thought, let me quickly update you guys about this one. Cardano is also one of the coins I hold, for all of you that do not know. Cardano ADA, IRA, and 401k funds allow retirement alternatives. iTrust Capital introduces Cardano ADA to IRA and 401k accounts. ADA joins the likes of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP for crypto options on the iTrust Capital platform. Cardano's Alonso upgrade introduces smart contract support, but it's mostly about that part where, again, it's freaking available for your crypto IRA. that stuff is really juicy, I believe, because the tax is really laid out nicely. Again, I'm not from the US, so I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work for most people, but check it out for yourself, because the tax at the end of the couple of years maybe that you're holding crypto for might be very annoying. So just make sure you check out how the taxes work in an IRA like that if you're having the crypto in there, because since it's for your, your retirement days, sometimes these taxes are a lot better. So quickly go check that out. It's also available for XRP. It's pretty damn juicy, guys. It's something I don't really mention too often, but go check it out. And then, why did Ripple CTO cash out his Bitcoin holdings? To be honest, guys, there's a ton of people who had so much Bitcoin at in the start and has sold so much of it. It's mostly because, well, it just keeps going up higher and higher and higher, and you just kind of sell some at almost every single point, right? Just at some targets which you have set for yourself. I keep hearing that you can't lose money if you don't sell. That's nonsense. It needs to be put to death for good. Well, once more, this is an idea, I guess, that I also have. I believe you can't lose money if you don't sell, in the sense that you're not losing the money really. Like, you're down on paper, but you're not done for. You guys see what I'm trying to say? Like, you still have the freaking money that you put. I don't know. I just feel as if you don't sell it, you're still going to be good anyway, because you don't have a realized loss. It's an unrealized loss. It's not completely true, because on paper you have lost the money, but I don't feel it that way though. I don't really mind, I guess. To a first approximation, anyone who has $500 can trade it for $500 worth of crypto. Anyone who has $500 worth of crypto can trade it for $500. So if you bought $1,000 worth of crypto and its price dropped to $500, you went from no better and no worse than someone with $1,000 to no better than no worse than someone with $500. To say that not losing money is completely absurd. He has a point, but I don't completely agree. That's what I've been doing with my Bitcoin at 100, 250, 750, 2,500, 7,500, and 20,000 and 50,000. Now it's at 63, and I have like 2% of it left. But yeah, maybe if you start out with a ton and you bought it extremely early, then yeah, then this is a little bit more feasible. But I mean, yeah, a lot of people are just in a little bit of profit, and they didn't have this whole journey of going times like 50 or even more throughout this road, 500 even throughout this road, or even more. But yeah, my point being on this one, he got really early into crypto. He could have made like hundreds of millions of dollars more if he didn't sell as much, hundreds of millions of dollars more. But he was happy with it because he was diverse. So basically mitigating his risk by selling every so often. I'm not the type of guy. I like to go all the way or nothing. I would definitely not sell my XRP at a loss. Once more, this is only my decision. You may do whatever you think is right for you. If you want to sell XRP right now, go ahead and do that. I really do not mind. Please don't think you have to hold because people are telling you to. You don't. But I personally am going either all the way hero to a hero or zero. Like, if it goes to zero, that's the point, I guess, where we'll take our loss because it's worthless. But even if it's at 1 cent, I'm not selling any single freaking XRP coin. I don't really care for it then, right? I'm going to stick with this one till the bitter end, which is for most of my, my top crypto holdings. I would not sell it at a loss. I refuse to, because I know crypto, as long as it stays around for long enough, which I think it will, yeah, we'll make our money back again. So this guy, I guess he knows crypto so ridiculously well. He knows as well that it can really turn around at any point and not become worthy as much. He's very correct, right? It's definitely true. But I really don't want to see it from that perspective. And I like the risk. I just like the whole ordeal. And that's also, I think, why we're in it for the part that we can make a lot of money with that. So why would I sell at a loss? Why would I sell so early? Not my style. If I lose $500 on my 1,000, that's the way it goes. That's the risk I took. And that's why we only invest money that we're able to lose. But once more, none of this is financial advice, just my opinion. I might be freaking dumb, so don't listen to me. Just take it at face value, do with it as you please, but it's not financial advice. And once more, guys, you can really go check out Bybit. Right now, I think there's a really cool freaking thing going on. I had it somewhere, but I'm not exactly sure what it was anymore. It's like, if you have balance on there, a certain amount, you can actually get some vouchers to get a freaking APY on your balance. It's freaking crazy. So just go check it out. A link is down below, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto update. You can also trade other things, by the way, not only XRP, but this is the one I primarily use for XRP.